From me to you, sports talk. What you expect? It ain't about who said it first. It's about who got it right. Welcome back, everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another great episode of the From Me to You Sports Talk. This is by far the worst time of the year right now, G. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty slow. Baseball, and a little bit interesting because of the basketball draft coming up when these names been floating around for trades.
But, I mean, the finals just ended. We had Golden State take care of business. No NFL. I mean, we only got spring training right now. So, we got spring training to deal with. We see some headline. ODB finally showing up. I mean, hey, he did outplay that contract. I seen something like he was only making $1 million a year. His first year he made like in 100,000. I was like, man, did he outplay that rookie contract? And ODB like, hey, before I get hurt, I'm trying to get a contract done just in case something happened. Victor Cruz got his money when he was balling, but if anybody deserves a new contract, it definitely is Odell Beckham, and the Giants better do everything in their power to keep him. So that's on the NFL tip. Then we got college football. Oh, right around the corner. It's coming. I can't wait to the first game of the season. Who y'all open up with, G? Who Ohio State open up with this year? Indiana. Okay, good game. I know Ohio State gonna come in ranked like number 1 or 2 preseason poll. I know that for a fact. We got Alabama, Florida State. That's gonna be a big game right there. I wouldn't really, put like all my eggs in the basket or really judge one team off of the first game. But it's good to get a look at both of those teams. Definitely really early in the season. Like I've said before, I think more college football games need to go more towards that format where it's like the heavy hitters really squaring off, and forget the Chattanooga State. I'm sorry if these schools are getting paid $1 million to lose and get beat by 70. I think the NCAA need to do something about that, because with this playoff system, we have teams who are actually going up against stiff competition week in and week out, and then you got some of these other teams who think they deserve a bid, and for one, they already played a weak conference, and then they don't really have a tough non-conference schedule. So I think that's something they can definitely look into. But I know this is a sports talk show, G, but we gotta show some love for our boy Pac. I went to go see the movie. I know me and G, we talked about it offline about how, I said that I loved the movie. I think it was good for a lot of people who didn't know who Pac was. Actually, no, I'm not even going to say that. I think everybody has some working knowledge of Pac. Now, they probably didn't paint the picture the best way that it could have been painted, but I don't think it was too bad from my standpoint. Again, I'm 25, so G, somebody like you who's a little older than me, you can probably elaborate more, and you probably seen a couple of deficiencies like, I didn't like that, or yeah, I like that, or I don't know about that, but I like it.
It was a few, like the Snoop Dogg, the guy, like they used Snoop voice to put on the character. That was a big flaw. I'm not gonna say the movie was horrible. I'm gonna say it was okay.
Okay.
It was good to see the movie, and I didn't expect too much because a lot of people fail to realize Pac died young at 25 in the prime of his life, and from his life he did a lot, he been through a lot, and just to put it on screen, and as me, I grew up with his career, and seeing some things that was accurate, that put a smile on my face, that made me a little, teary-eyed and everything, because I remember seeing them interviews and stuff like that when he was going through his struggle, when he was painted as this guy, but I saw some flaws too as well. And I know you can't be pinpoint accurate, especially when you're not living this guy's life. You're going off hearsay, and you try to paint the best picture that you can for the audience. Mm-hmm. But all in all, they did pretty good, But it was just like I said, it was a few parts that I was like, huh, you know,
Yeah, I'm pretty
you
sure
know.
you was like, what? Nah, come on, y'all could have did a better job of this. But I think the overall message was pretty good because they actually put it out for people to actually, we get to have another moment of Tupac. And this is a guy who didn't just affect rap music or R&B. He touched and he affected every genre, and his words didn't have no border. So, for our sports fans out there listening to this podcast, like, wait, this is the sports. Why are you talking about rap? Well, then again, Tupac, like I said, he's touched everybody, especially somebody like me, who to me, he's my most impactful. He's my favorite artist of all time. So with his birthday, just passed it, and we didn't do a podcast last Friday or Saturday. We had to, acknowledge Tupac. Now, Celtics and 76ers, G. Are the Celtics trying to win? What's going on with them? So you give
I
up
think the
your top pick.
Celtics, I think the Celtics got some up their sleeve.
Think so?
Somebody's coming. No, so Danny Ainge, we got to give him his GM of the year, probably the past 5 years, because some of these picks he got for some of these older guys that was, had a year or two left. You got to tip your your hat off to this guy. He set this team up to be successful, and now he got the picks and a few players on the roster that, he can put together and bring in a Butler, let's say a Paul George, let's say Hayward, even word out, Anthony Davis. He got those access. I mean, what else do you want when you're trying to, put a team back on the map? People want draft picks. Then you still got a young roster of guys who's expendable, like a Crowder, a Avery, Isaiah Thomas. I mean, he Boston got something up their sleeve. They will land somebody.
He got picks. Gee, he has picks for days.
That's what I'm saying.
This guy, I think he got 2018, of course, from the Nets, but 2019, he landed, man. But this is a big power move on the 76ers. 76ers like, well, let's jump in, let's go get Fultz now or whoever. And it's kind of crazy. It's like, why not Lonzo Ball? If I like Lonzo Ball and I was the GM, I'd be like, hey, I really want you to come here. How do you feel? But I think maybe Lonzo Ball has kind of been a little standoffish. There's some teams he's like, hey, do not touch me. I want to go to LA. Do not touch me. It's like, I don't like that mindset. And he isn't the first person to do it. Now, he isn't the first person to do it. I know with football, I remember I seen Eli Manning do it, and I didn't like that at all.
John Elway did too.
Okay, John Elway, see. Bosa. Joey Bosa just his was more of a contract situation, but to be like, I'm not. It's like, man, you know how many people would give their left leg just to go play professional sports? You guys get there and then y'all start to be picky about it. Like, no, I don't want to go to you. I want to play for this team. Like, if this is where sports is going to go, a lot of teams are really going to be in trouble because, like, for instance, Deshaun Watson. What if he was like, okay, let's just use this for example, right? Let's say this was Tom Brady last year. Deshaun Watson like, I don't care. I don't want to play for nobody. I want to play for Bill Belichick. And then the receiver he had too said the same thing. He was like, nope, I don't care. I want to go play. And now instead of one person doing this, now you're gonna have a group of them doing it now. A group of players like, do not draft me. I want to go to this one team. So now you're gonna have that same college team possibly you're gonna have those same players who was possibly playing in college are now bringing that same talent to the NFL. That don't mean it's gonna transfer, but it's like, I think that's what's so good about sports because it's so random though, G. It's so random. You don't know where the person is gonna go.
I know, but I look at it like you're not that good. I look at your skill set. If you real skillful, your skills can flourish anywhere. See, some people want an already made stacked team and stuff like that. The stuff that's going on now. Yes, it did happen back in the day. I think it's a privilege to play in any sport and make the type of money that you make. But for you to dictate your future, off of, where you don't want to go or who you want to play with, yeah, but sometimes you don't have it like that. The worst team is going to have the best picks. Don't nobody want to be a loser. I'm not telling you to accept losing. But still, it's people that really go and play for that franchise without complaining or saying what you don't want to do. It's a privilege in anything. Be the difference maker. See, that says a lot. You might be the guy to be a difference maker and turn the franchise around. But everybody's different, man. It's like that now with a lot of sports. We see it in the NBA. Kevin Durant and Golden State, and, you know, so it's tough.
Speaking of Kevin Durant, I kind of wonder how I wonder how OKC feels about this. Kevin Durant left them in one. I remember I seen, what was it, game one, and Russell Westbrook tried to put something up like he wasn't watching the finals. Come on, Russ. I know you at least checked the finals out. I know you did. Especially game 5. After you seen the Cavs won one, you was like, okay, this about to get interesting. Man. OKC, y'all had James Harden, y'all had KD, and y'all still got Russ. We talk about GL and stuff. That man, they might need to actually look at that GM. Who is it, Presley or not? Because they're not keeping nobody. But then again, that's also a small market. And
yes.
Talking about GMs, what's up with that? The Cavs ain't bringing back. Oh, come on.
They got their eyes on Chauncey Billups. But my thing is this, though.
How happy is it going to make LeBron James? How does LeBron James feel about this?
Only thing it is, just do what LeBron wants you to do. Anybody get that job, their hands cuffed. Chauncey might be a person that step into him and say no. Then they're going to blame Chauncey if LeBron leaves because you put your foot down and doing your job. But let's not forget, Griffin did everything for LeBron. Every player he won, he got for him. Every player. So what did he do wrong? Oh, they ain't win.
It's probably money, G. It's probably money. He probably wanted a crazy amount. And
he's worth it though.
Dan
he put this team in position though. Come on now, he put this team in great position. That's all I'm saying. LeBron been in the finals every year. He came back to Cleveland, right? He needed pieces. He got them. I'm just saying that's doing your job.
And now
he had people out there that they could have got, and he said no. And the reasons that they didn't win it was because of that. Okay, I understand.
Now you got the Cavs talking about Jimmy Butler possibly. So the Cavs is in a we need to win immediately right now. Of course, as we know, they putting pressure on teams, and then and the whole Paul George thing. I see a couple Laker fans are really static. I had someone tell me today, hey, we might get Anthony Davis, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, and it was somebody. I was like, wow, they got to have a lot of money for that. Yeah. Talk about bringing all these guys, but Paul George being from California, he might go there. But I definitely think LeBron could definitely win him over to come, definitely so he can come play in Cleveland. And then maybe after LeBron does retire, he leaves and he does go over to LA.
I won't be shocked if the Lakers pick Paul George up in the draft. That's what I'm hearing.
A pick, basically?
What they can do is give up Clarkson, the 28th pick of the first round, and Julius Randle. You're getting 2 for 1. You got something to build on. So the Pacers will have 2 first-round picks. So, he's going there anyway. LeBron probably can't persuade him. But my thing is this. I don't think Paul George will get him over the hump. That's just me. You're going to give up Love now. They kept Love with Paul George.
Yeah, see, that's my thing there. That's my thing.
I don't think Paul George, I like Paul George. And anybody know me, no. I go to Pacers games to see Paul George. I think he's a good, talented player. But I think during the playoffs, you was riding pretty hard, wasn't you?
Man, I was on him, man. He disappointed me. His team was up by 29 points. Came back and lost. He didn't hit one game winner. You get sweat. Now it's not like they was getting blown out. They weren't getting blown out, and that's the reason why I was on Paul George. I'm like, you talk about this max contract about to come up. How I guess you're unhappy there, and how you want to be in a winning organization, but it's like you got to prove to players that you can win. What you did with Denny Granger and Lance Stevenson and them, man, that was 3 years ago. 4 years ago, 2012. I mean, y'all still lost to the Heat, but y'all made it pretty far. We talk about now when you had a chance to seize the moment. You could at least, man. The Pacers could have took the Cavs. The Pacers could have took the Cavs to 6 easily. They had 2 games. And for you to, go out there like that and be complaining like, oh, I'm this and that. Well, we're going to see what you do because now you might get to go to Cleveland. So guess what? The light really going to be on you. And everybody plays well when they play LeBron. I mean, you should. There's no way you should.
Yeah, he'll be good. I think they can win the East and everything.
Oh, yeah.
They probably win 2 games now, 2 or 3. Might go to 7. But I don't think there's no human being alive is Kentucky dude from Golden State now, 35. I always said this. LeBron can't do nothing with him. He never could. He just was on a veteran team.
I don't think they can do nothing with each other, G. They probably can't do nothing with each other.
I'm saying, he got more arsenal, man.
Yeah.
Way more arsenal. It ain't just a power move. He got a stop and pop, 3-point, 90% from the free throw, a mid-range. He could post up, shoot up over you, 7 foot. That handles way better than LeBron. Hey, come on, man. What is these people seeing? Like when they were talking about Heat on LeBron on him. LeBron was with the Heat. This man was 23 with a young OKC team. Now I got some people that can play with me. I don't know. I mean, he always been an offensive juggernaut. When they played the Heat, LeBron averaged 28.3. 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Kevin Durant averaged 30.3. 8.5 rebounds and 3.8 assists. I mean, where did he own him? Oh, winning? Yeah, I get that to LeBron. Yeah, Wade, Bosh. And OKC was a young, up-and-coming, promising team. LeBron and them did what they supposed to do. They spanked them 4-1. But
now it's time for them to return the favor, right? They got a favor return to them. You know what's funny as we over here talk about basketball. I'm just over here scrolling down, and this De'Aaron Fox. I know you're very high on him because of his motor. You see that he plays well, and he has a competitiveness about himself. I think whoever gets him definitely gonna be a steal. Now this is a very deep class with guards because I've heard rumbles about Dennis Smith Jr. guy. I think he came out of high school top 3 point guards from North Carolina kid, stayed home. Some people have compare him to Russell Westbrook, but I think
where you play for?
North Carolina State. He got crazy bounce, but I mean, he went to North Carolina State. They weren't the best, and kind of what happened to the guy Malik Newman. You know what that is, right? The guy who's at Kansas now. He transferred. Malik Newman was the number 1 shooting guard from Mississippi. Stayed home and played at Mississippi State. Now he played 1 year and then he transferred. He was like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna cut it." I don't know the whole ramifications and everything that happened, but he's at Kansas now. But he had to sit out a year, so I expect for this guy to be a lottery pick next year because he got crazy bounce and he can really shoot the ball. 6'5" shooting guard. And you say 6'5", that ain't even. It's like in the NBA. It's like our shooting guards are getting taller. It's like 6'7", but then again, I mean, it's only 2-inch difference, but. Yeah, this is going to be a very, I think, good, at least first round, because I mean, we know, G, there's only a couple players you can get in each draft who can really change the program around.
Right.
Like really, like who was the guy that was highly coveted last year? Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, he's in the NBA, but it's like you got to think about what other names are in the NBA. Like, it's not just about Jamal Murray. It's about Steph. It's about Kyrie. It's about all these other guards. It's like, oh, crap, I forgot Jamal Murray came out. But Jamal Murray was just lighting up Kentucky last year. So it's about being able to, get hit and give that hit back. You have to be able to take that blow, I say, for real. That's what I definitely think about some of these players and confidence. Confidence is another thing I want to talk about because I think I've actually seen it happen. Austin Rivers. I think Austin Rivers, in high school. Gee, I'm pretty sure you've seen him at Winter Park, Florida. Dropping 40 on everybody, 50.
Yep.
Went to Duke, did okay, got to the NBA, and he realized like, whoa, hold on now, these guys are actually better than me. I think Austin Rivers played at a competition where it was like, yeah, I'm kind of, I'm better than everybody. And then once he got to the NBA, it was like, he was shell shocked. That's why we seen it with the Hornets, and then with the Clippers and everything. That's a
That's
lottery pick, and this guy was traded. So did for that. But some of these guys don't really translate. But I think this is gonna be I think this is gonna be a good first round. I really do.
I hope it live up to the hype because I've seen more buses than I have success in my lifetime. That's why now I just say hope. I go off, potential. I use the word potential. You got talent, you got potential. But a lot of these guys don't pan out. I can name a slew of guys like literally that disappointed me that I thought by looking at them in college, hearing about them in high school, they getting the lead, and I mean, you be like, wow, you really. Then I'm gotta Google you over in China playing, and and you're not even doing big numbers over there. Like I can name a lot of guys, and there's some guys that have surprised me too. You get them diamond in the roughs, them second rounders that might be on the bench, seventh man, getting you 10 points a game, and who you least expected. So, like I said, these guys just got to come, work on their game. When you get drafted want to stay. Everybody want the money, but, you got to perform to get the money.
I agree.
LeBron James, LeBron James came from high school with the most pressure. He was the chosen one. He exceeded expectation. He worked on his game. He worked on his body. He was never satisfied. He's still not satisfied. Stephen Curry. He was projected from what I heard to be Steve Blake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on now, a spot up shooter,
Oh,
point guard.
Man, he would murder Steve Blake on that court.
That's what I'm saying. So you got guys that will exceed, and then it was guys like what's that guy named from Syracuse? It's tip of my tongue.
Deion Waiters.
Now Waiters, he started coming around. Johnny Flynn.
Oh my man, he was a monster though.
Where he at, Tay?
I don't know. I don't even know if he's in the D League right now. He's in the D League?
See? Yeah. Johnny Flynn was one of the guys that I was highly on,
Man. And Minnesota not only passed on Steph once, but they passed on him twice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can even throw out Ricky Rubio. He never showed me nothing.
He hit his ceiling, man. He hit his ceiling. That's a guy who already done peaked. Ricky Rubio done peaked already. I don't think he's gonna ever get better than what he is. We all know He's not gonna ever be able to shoot a 3-pointer. We know Ricky Rubio can pass the ball and he can shoot layups, and he had very big
height was coming with him though. Come on, Jay. You can't tell me.
Oh man, you right.
I can't miss pick.
I read
when you
about
say that.
I read about this guy when I was in I want to say 8th grade. I had a Slam magazine. I think it was Slam magazine. And I read about Ricky Rubio. It was like, yeah, some guy who's like 16 years old or something, whatever he was, but he was playing in Spain.
6'4".
He was playing in Spain and averaging like 40-some points a game, averaging triple doubles in Spain. I'm like, wow, this dude's only 16. I'm like, and then what happened? They get over here, and it's like whole new ball game. Dante Exum. This guy, I'm like, I heard nothing but great things about. What does this dude? Yeah. What does this guy do? I seen him in a Jazz series, and he didn't look pleasing at all. I'm like, come on, man.
What about Greg Oden?
Injuries, though. That's unfortunate. I think more of an injury realm, but Greg Oden. We can talk about Michael Beasley.
Beasley, yeah, he's a bench player now, but he was averaging 20 and 15 in college.
Yeah, something about the most triple doubles. He was killing it. He's had a career though, because remember he went to China, I guess, and then came back. So Beasley is a guy. Yeah. But hey, a guy from Ohio, we both OJ Mayo. This guy, when I seen him play, we talked about this on our podcast. This is the best player I've ever seen play in person because I didn't go to too many games. I didn't see too many star players play, but OJ Mayo was a must see ticket.
Yes,
this guy I can tell right now just from and not knowing him at all. He didn't put in the work ethic. Some players just don't. And it's kind of crazy because LeBron and Draymond Green was just talking about this, What was that thing you sent me? That thing in a barbershop, and they
Yeah,
was chopping it up with 2 Chainz, Steve Stock, some of
right.
the other guys. It's like there's players in the NBA who don't want to play. There's players in the NBA who can't read a playbook. There's players in the NBA who don't know this from them. I'm like, man, these
Yeah.
players get in the NBA and y'all don't know these things. Like y'all don't know how to play. How do you not know how to play? But you get to the NBA, but I guess that kind of, it makes sense, G, because we look at a guy like Russell Westbrook, who, I mean, we both like. You probably love. I like Russell Westbrook, but I think there's a part of his game missing, and it's the IQ with this guy. Now, this guy can probably run a 4.3, probably. He probably jumps out of the gym. And, of course, we just seen the average triple-double. But if his mental could catch up to how fast his game was going, couldn't nobody say nothing about Russell Westbrook. But he plays at one pace, and this has always been my knock on him. It's like, dude, do you not watch game film? Do you not see how you play the game? Why do you continue to play at one pace
Because he
all
trusts himself.
the time?
He trusts himself, and Russell Westbrook game is similar. It's just like he just depend on his athleticism. Because once that go, you will really see what type of player he is. The smarts. I think he's smart as a player, but it's up to you when to use it. Do you want to stay smart? Because he trusts himself so much to make things happen. And that's what was the knock with him and Kevin Durant. He always trusts himself to get it done, which sometimes can hinder you. You leave guys wide open in the corner with their hand waving, and then us look and be like, look at that. He over wide open. Why he ain't kick it to him? But he had going 1-on-4. And if you dunk on all of them, we're going to say, oh, man, that was a hell of a play. Tay, you see that? We tagging each other and stuff. But, okay, now somebody block it or the ball go off your leg, then what? And you had 3 people open. See, that ain't a wise play. And then you got guys that, just go off their athleticism. Because if I look at the players, like you say, guys, they getting drafted because of, he got hops. He ain't got no left hand. He can't shoot.
And that's
So I know he ain't gonna be in the NBA long.
Mm-hmm.
You look at guys like, okay, I'm gonna say J.R. Smith came in the game, athleticism, worked on his jump shot. How many times can you count on your finger J.R. Smith drove to the hole?
Honestly, G, I can probably count on 2 since this guy's been in for over 8 years. Probably 2. Like
He on a step back jumper.
I didn't know he was 6'6". He plays like he's 6'1".
Exactly. I'm like, when he's one of the hottest streaky shooters, I give him his props. Game 5, he hit 7 threes.
Man, that guy was
I
amazing.
give him his props. Well, come on, man, JR, mix it up, man. You can't take Clay to the hole. You ain't posting Clay up.
No. Steph. I already know I already know you messed up.
You ain't posting him up.
Disrespectful.
Really?
I would feel so like this guy's 6'3". This frail body is supposed to guard me, and I'm 6'6", and I'm a shooting guard in the NBA. So you're telling me a point guard who isn't known for his defense is able to contain you when you're not making threes? Man, you're supposed to bully him. If I'm the coach, if I'm the player development for the Cavs, I'm like, JR, you're working on your post game. They've done this to you 2 years in a row. We already know we're going to see them again. We need you to abuse Steph. We need you to put him in the post and work him, make him work. So you got to go a step so that he's not that aggressive on the offensive end. That's the best way to go at somebody who want to score. Okay, you want to score on me? I'm about to come right back and score on you. Kyrie do it the best. Kyrie ain't got the best deal, but Kyrie about to be like, you know what? I'm about to annihilate you, and you know what? I'm about to demoralize you mentally, so that when you do get the ball, Jeff Teague, you ain't gonna want to shoot the ball. When you do get the ball, y'all don't want to score on me because you know if you try to score on me, you know it's about to happen. I'm about to call an ISO or whatever I do, and I'm about to take you right. Definitely.
And Kyrie is another guy that I don't always think. His strength is his defense is his offense. Just put pressure on you. But it be a lot of times that he just, that we give him props for. He got a Russell Westbrook mentality in him too. That he look off a lot of stuff and just go score. We know you a scorer, but sometimes you got to know when to switch it on and switch it off.
He more
You know,
efficient
because
though.
you was doing too much. You know, game 5, and turnovers.
Yeah, bad game.
That's what I'm saying.
Bad game.
He's got to know, you know, that he's just learning. He's still learning.
Oh,
Gifted,
yeah,
talented guy.
definitely.
He's a dog out there on that court. And I love that his fight, you know.
You know it's funny though, G, because I sit back and I actually look. I say, well, the Cavs didn't have enough, or the Golden State had too much. But then you look at guys like OKC. I mean, you look at guys like Westbrook. You be like, well, what does he have to play with? What does James Harden have to play with? So it's like, do I as a LeBron fan feel bad for him not having a Paul George? But it's like, for one, you got the highest payroll, and then it's like, look at the guys James Harden has to play with. Now, they're not slouches, but God, I think James Harden would love to play with a Kyrie. That offense, how spread that is, James Harden and Kyrie on the same, man. We talk about like that'll be crazy. That's like more spread than the Cavs are. We see what Kyrie get off with Tristan on the court. They can move Ryan Anderson to the 5 and let him go. So it's like, how bad can we really feel for LeBron for not having Paul George when we got teams out there who don't have players like who don't have a chance at winning over 30 games at all. We see that.
The sad part is this: Cavs don't even need Paul George. If you ask me, I love to see these teams and see they in panic mode. LeBron a name dude. He like name. He don't like personnel. That's where people don't get on him about, but I can because I always see the overall picture. He see a name. That's why you lost. That's why you thought Kyle Korver, he can't play defense. He can't get a shot off.
Oh man, get him out of here, G. Doop, you're done.
No, I'm just saying you gotta know your personnel, LeBron. You gotta know what's your strengths and weakness on your team. Just because a guy named, like I think I was on a podcast, I say, man, y'all really hyped over Darren Williams. Really? Is you serious? Darren Williams.
Oh, he's not coming back at all. You better not even come through them doors. Like, you better not even come through them doors. Get him out of here.
It's a personnel thing. What, like I say, when I'm out the game, what can keep our offense and our defense going? What can make us still be rebounding? I'm not about to, like, Derek Williams ain't even play. How many minutes Shannon Fry play?
I'm pretty sure more than him.
Richard Jefferson need to go. The Cavs just need to sort up their bench. That's it. It's not Kevin Love's fault that you got 2 ball beaters that go one-on-one isolation.
I appreciate you saying that, man.
They went on a – people got to say these things. This what bothers me. This is why I can make fun of LeBron and the Cavs, because I see LeBron holes that people cover up. I can't cover it up. It's not a bash, it's what I see. But people will ignore it and point the finger the other way. No. Game 5 was just a Kyrie and LeBron. Whoever lead a man, we're going to kick it out and shoot the 3. And if you think you're going to be Golden State like that, you better hope not to go to the finals next year. It's going to be the same thing. And I repeat it, LeBron is not getting younger. We don't get no sequel in this. You're going to get older. You got to get love touches. You got this man standing in the corner just shooting threes, and y'all say this is, oh, he had a triple-double, though. I can name garbage points LeBron had. That don't fascinate me. Because a triple-double ain't nothing with 5 L's. But then they go to ignore that. No, it's wins and losses. Stats are cool. Ask Peyton Manning. But Tom Brady say, Peyton Manning, you had the stats, I want the ring. But everybody go jump on Tom Brady jock and say, oh, no. But when it comes to LeBron, it's about his stats. Now, what is it, y'all? I can do this all day. Know your personnel. If you're the best player, you's a name guy. You like names, like Paul George. He might get you 2 wins. He might go to Game 7. You're not beating Golden State. You can forget that. Golden State got something that San Antonio, Chicago Bulls, Boston Celtics, they got a cohesive unit. They knew Kevin Durant was a piece they needed to go against LeBron because he can't play both ways like that. Game 2, gas out. Game 1, gas out.
Mm-hmm.
Game 3, gas out.
Mm-hmm.
Point this stuff out about LeBron. If you a real LeBron fan, hold him accountable. Why Draymond Green got 5 fouls, you shoot an 18-foot fade away, and y'all talking GOAT? Michael Jordan put Draymond on the block and made sure I'm going straight at him. I'm getting him out of here. That's what greatness do. So don't hit me with a triple-double. That's watered down, dude. Like Tay just said, it's about thinking, using your brain, not just the athletic play. Come on. And this stuff that I see that like on Facebook, we lost, but LeBron killed them. Y'all cool with that, huh? And this would get me to come out like that because you're not holding him accountable. He the best player. Yes, I give him that credit. But hold him accountable. It's 2 people running that offense because they trust each other. He already took a shot at his role players. We top heavy. Wake up, people. He put his foot in his mouth every time. When he's panicking, he say things. He'll put some people down. He's a great person. He does for the community. I give him kudos for that. I love that about him. I think he's a coach killer. Long as he winning, he cool. Something go wrong, bail out. Now, what's the threat now? Oh, he might go to L.A. We're going to see how this season go. Cavs fans going to be nervous. Man, we got to win. Now he got his boy ripping out of there.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Michael Jordan lost for 7 years. He could have went to New York where everybody turned to go with Patrick Ewing. Yeah, you know, this. He said, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to be Detroit with this team. But, you know, it's just things, like I said, he's a great player. I ain't taking nothing from me. It's just things that when I watch the game, I'm not looking for highlights like certain fans. A dunk, I throw off the backboard, dunking. You know, I'm looking at tangibles. I'm looking at disadvantages, mismatches, you know, plays they running. What's their favorite play? Oh, this is working for them. This ain't working for them. Who's coming in? Cal Korver come in and do one thing. Run off a double screen. If he ain't got it, he take a dribble and he passing it. Easy work. Golden State locked in on that. We're going to shut him down. What we going to do, we're going to make Kyrie and LeBron just beat us. Now, JR, you throwing up these shots, they going in, you keeping them close. Kudos to that. It was easy math. Kevin Durant, LeBron on you, go at him. This ain't Harrison Barnes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't fit Harrison Barnes inside Kevin.
Hey, G, I said, if I'm Harrison Barnes, I sit up, I'm like, I'm not even mad because that's Kevin Durant. Like, you got to understand what you're going up against. Like, they literally replaced this guy. And you know what? The Cavs like, we about to make a comeback. Durant like, no. This ain't last year when Steph had to do it. And I call him out, Steph. And for the fans out there listening, I want y'all to pay attention now. Steph is not a closer. You're going to see next year again when they play. I called everything Steph will do. I said, okay, when it's 80-80, Steph ain't going to shoot the ball. If he do, he going to miss it. But when it's 87-80 and Durant just hit a 3 and they done score some points and they got the crowd in it up, here comes Steph. He's going to shoot a 3 and try to like piggyback off of basically what Durant done built up. But that's Steph.
Big though. Hey, but LeBron did the same thing in Miami. Come on. Remember, he missed them shots. That's why they left. It goes for all these guys that's leaving, going to teams. Or like Steph Curry, Steph Curry is an exciting player.
Yeah.
He will sell more tickets. He's not the best player. I always said that. I will go see Steph Curry before I go see anybody because he excites me. That's why I like Golden State, because they excites me. I like the way they play.
That's energy too. These guys play defense though. Like, it's funny because we actually think
Okay.
of, you know,
I got a good one. Go ahead. I got a good one for you.
we actually think of teams like, oh man, all they can do is score, like the Rockets. All they can do is
Yeah.
score, like the Thunder. All they can do is score, like us, like some of these other teams. But these guys actually play defense. Klay Thompson, they're probably the best. Okay, I'm not gonna say the best. Probably one of the best ever third options ever to have. And this guy misses a lot, but when he on point, we all know he go for 30 in the quarter easily. But that's
Yeah,
your
Clay.
third option, Klay Thompson, a guy who will play defense and offense. He has no problem with guarding the best player at all. But
And another thing, Kevin Durant ain't played defense like this in OKC.
nah,
He
he
had
didn't.
to adapt to their environment. This man had 5 blocks in one game. 5 blocks in a playoff
But you know
final.
what? But wait, G. Due to the lack of bodies to throw at this guy, not saying anybody can guard him because we know nobody can guard him. But I'll say this: LeBron had at least 5 bodies thrown at him at least a game,
Yeah.
or they
Wearing
could have
out.
even 6. Yep, and that was the biggest thing. I was like, yeah, forget it. LeBron, we already know LeBron gonna get his triple double. Okay, cool. But guess what? We're going to retire at the end of the fourth quarter, which he did in the first game, which he did in the second game. Which third game he didn't do. They should have won. Fourth game, fifth game. Like, all right, you're going to be tired.
Fourth game, they cooked.
Fourth game, they
Oh,
won.
yeah.
I'm sorry, they won. But, yeah, that was a strategy. So, if they can get another, because you can't have LeBron guarding Kevin Durant the whole game. You just can't do that. And then you put Richard Jefferson. That was y'all answer, Richard Jefferson. So, what it told me was maybe this could be a reason why the whole David Griffin thing. Because, like, well, you never had another backup for, Kevin Durant, but it's like, I kind of think that they underestimated it, that they underestimated the Kevin Durant effect, because if they knew any better, I don't think, you can't just switch LeBron and Richard on him the whole game. Like, really, that's it? Because nobody else stands even a chance. KD dropped 60 on anybody else easily. He could do that on them too, but it's like, y'all only had 2 bodies for this guy the whole time, which I think Dan Gilbert possibly was like, you know what, this is a problem because we didn't assemble this team right. And
But who wanted no player?
LeBron James.
My point. He went off name. Because if you know what? If I would have pulled every rabbit out the hat. I would have said Darren Williams going to guard Kevin Durant. Darren Williams 6'8", right?
Yep.
I mean, something.
You just need a break. You just need a break. Like, man, just give me a break, y'all. Like, come on. I cannot guard this guy the whole game, and then y'all want me to score. So, do they need another player? Yes, they do need another. They need another wing defender, which could be Paul George, but it doesn't have to be Paul. Because think about it. Golden State wasn't that much better than these guys. The Cavs had to. The Cavs was in game 1 before they got stormed off the court. In game 2 before they got stormed. Like, they weren't getting blown out. Like, let's not judge them off of game 5.
That was going to happen.
A very good team.
That's a good team.
Yeah, but
they are a good team.
Yeah, but they aren't that much. Like, if Golden State is 99 or 100, then the Cavs like 96. The Cavs are right there. Anybody else in the finals, the Cavs beat them 4-1. Then it just reverses 4-1 for the Cavs. But with Paul George, with the addition of Kevin Love, like you said, it has to be Kevin Love. Like, you need 4. I don't like this whole, let's give up Kevin Love. And like, no, then y'all gonna end up in the same position. I'm telling you, because now you're gonna have a suspect 4 on the court. Whoever gonna be the 4 guard, I know you're not.
LeBron gonna play the 4. LeBron gonna go play the 4. But you see how they just switched from But you see how they just switched from Paul George to Butler.
Yeah, they like, we gotta do something. So, anyway, but before we get out of here, G, this fight, man. I'm sorry, fans. I'm sorry, everybody. We saved it. We had to talk about this because I want to get G take on this. Now, I'm not the biggest boxing fan, but I like the sport. But for you to mix, MMA with boxing, which there's nothing wrong with it. But it's like, okay, so Floyd, if you was to take this, how much money would you have wanted for you to actually go fight in their sport? I think this is going to open up the floodgates to something crazy. But actually, no, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to say that because boxers are smart. Ain't no boxer about to be like, okay, well, guess what? How much you want to bet? Floyd ain't about to be like, all right, well, I'll go into the octagon with you now. That's not going to happen.
Floyd the boss.
Yeah,
Floyd the boss.
boxers ain't about to do that. But come on, man, I didn't want to see this. And Dana White, the fans made it happen. Come on, bull crap, Dana White. You wanted this too because you know it was gonna get a big chunk of money, and the fans is gonna eat this up, man. They about to charge y'all probably like $100, probably $80. I bet this pay per view is no less than $60. No less than $60 for
I
this
think
pay per
more
view.
than that. I think it's 75.
Okay, I'm just being low. But y'all about to, I'm not paying for this fight at all. I'm not. I'll try to watch it on Facebook. I'm sorry if I'm blowing the cover. If not, I'll watch it tomorrow, next day on YouTube. I don't expect Conor McGregor to win 2 rounds. Floyd might make it interesting and let him get him on the ropes, kind of punch him, and he missed
All about
everything.
that money.
Yeah, and he missed all this stuff. But if he was to lose to Conor McGregor, that means that this would be okay. How much did he get from the Pacquiao fight? $250. If somehow, some way, there was something written in there with like, hey, so we're gonna give you 600 million if you lose, then that would be the only way. I think for the right price, Floyd just might like, well, all right, 600 million. I don't care. Anyways, you know, I'm close to a billionaire anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'm getting a 7-figure check for the rest of his life, as he says, man. But come on, this out of everything, want to see Floyd, right, man? Fight Thurman. Come back and fight one of them guys, man. Because after this, it's over. It's over. He ain't fighting no more. Because now he's about to break the record. He gonna break the record, whooping on McGregor, and it's like, come on, man, y'all really like they ain't getting my money. I'll tell you that right now. They ain't getting my money for that.
In a way, though, tell you got to tip your hat to Floyd.
Oh yeah.
Floyd, man, when you talk mastermind, man, ain't nobody gonna go for this fight. Ain't nobody. He pulled it off, man.
Yeah, I ain't believe it. I didn't believe it, G. I ain't believe it. I'm like, they're not about to fight. They ain't about to fight.
He about to pull in like, what, he gonna make 120 million? They said off this, and I think Conor McGregor gonna quit on the stool, like literally.
He gonna be like, yeah, I'm done. Well, got our money.
That's the thing. Boy, beat him up for 5 rounds, beat him up bad, you know, and then we gonna say we gonna quit. So, you know, he don't be bruised real bad, and we might announce his next big fight for MMA. You know, Floyd, you ain't gonna break a sweat for real. You know, we know you the guy. Well, let's just get this money. Behind closed doors, that's the talk. Let's get this money, man. You gonna have your fans, people gonna come and see me lose. Man, we can pack what is it called? MGM. Oh, we're gonna split it 60-40, knowing the money team gonna get the 60%, y'all can get the 40. You know, what he gonna say after that? He gonna say Showtime can get the revenue. They gonna get their money out top. You know, I could come out with 120 or 150. Y'all could come out with 80 to 100 mil. Give 40 to Conor. Dana White, you get your 40 or get 50 to Conor. If y'all get 100 million, Dana, you get 50. I'm gonna take the 150 because I'm my own boss and I'm gonna pay my team.
Wow, it's like he really. I was like, there ain't no way this. Like what? Like really? Like, but I do understand Conor does have a background in boxing, and I'm not saying that he has no chance. But actually, I am saying yes, Conor McGregor has no chance. He shouldn't be Floyd. He shouldn't, but yeah, he shouldn't. You're right, because Buster Douglas even had a chance right there. I mean, he did have a chance, but Buster Douglas even surprised us, which I wasn't allowed to see. But I've seen YouTube videos of the Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas fight. So, if you bet on Conor McGregor and win, wow, you about to hit the jackpot. But I've gave up. Honestly, and you know the funny thing about it is, a lot of people don't like Floyd, but a lot of us get it. A lot of people get his fights just see if anybody gonna hit him. Like, I literally was like, I'm not watching no more of it because, like, I understand it's an art and it's so masterful. It's a masterpiece to see how Floyd moves and how he blocks punches and uses the little shell. But it's like, come on, man, nobody can touch him at all. It's like he mastered it. So it's like, why even keep giving y'all $75? You know what the outcome is going to be. Like, you know what the outcome is going to be, almost. So, like I said, last time I seen him hit pretty good was against I guess they say Cotto hit him pretty good. I didn't get to see that fight. I seen the Sugar Shane Mosley when I seen Sugar Shane hit him real hard, and Floyd, oh man, after that, oh, it was over. Sugar Shane got killed that whole fight. It was over. He didn't touch him ever again after that. That's called adjustments. That's the thing. With Floyd, like Conor, have you even had enough adjustments in a boxing match? Not no MMA. See, this is the thing. When you punch me in a MMA fight, I'm going to feel it more, because I ain't got the glove. Man, I think Floyd might walk into this punch. We just might see Floyd with a knockout. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? If there's a bet, I'm gonna go out and bet it that Floyd is gonna knock Conor McGregor out at least once. Why not? So hey, for everybody out there listening, I just basically gave y'all heads up. Floyd just might knock Conor McGregor out. He just might. But anyways, this will wrap up the podcast today. We want to thank everybody for downloading the podcast, listening to the podcast. Again, subscribe to us on iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, Libsyn, everywhere. Please tell everybody about us.